Oh yeah! I love how I threw that in there, man. Hit it with the Randy Savage. Oh yeah, man. We in here. Chug, Beer Bros. Cheers. That's the hard part about this job. Not keeping the beer because I normally keep that, but it's the whole trying to do a podcast and talk coherently. So let's get this going. We're here today with our co-hosts of the Beer Bros podcast. We got Minnie in the building.
What's up?
Was also we got my boy Gerhard. Go hard Gerhard in the building. What's up, Gerhard?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, there with the sound clip. We ready to go this week, man. We got the Broncos fan in the building. Obviously, I've been trying to hide it, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna rep it. As many he does the Broncos segment, but we ain't gonna talk about them. Because we talking about Skull Nation right now. Shout out to our peoples in Minnesota. Let's get this popping. We're here with Gerhard. Let me go ahead and go over this box score real quick. Apologize for that. So we had Kirk Cousins come out and go clean, 5 for 7, 23 yards, probably a bunch of scripted plays, bunch of scripted short passes. One probably went off the script where Kirk Cousins rushed for 9 yards. I'm sure they probably wasn't trying to have a $100 million man out there doing that. We had Browning go 6 for 15 with 82 yards, and Kellen Mond go a 50% with 6 for 12 for 61 yards. The leading receiver was Amir Abdullah, former Bronco last year. I think we got rid of him, and now he's with them, and he got 3 receptions for 6 yards. Good chance he got Kirk Cousins receptions. I didn't see who those went to. And then 3 dudes with 2 receptions. We got BB, Osborne, and Madison all with 2 receptions. BB had the big boy ones with 47 yards, an average of 23.5 each. Gerhard, what did you see this weekend with your boys?
A lot of checkdowns. Kirk Cousins 5 for 7. Probability looks good.
Clean day. That's a clean day.
It's not very much. It's a sample size. Coach didn't like it. He wants to see the deep ball. He knows what we got with the run game. Offensive line looked good for the most part. Quarterback depth maybe not so much. Kellen Mond's got a lot of learning to do. I'm not sold on Browning. But KJ Osborne is a guy I like. That's a name that was a rookie last year. Didn't have a training camp. He did. Starting to look like he can make the play. And maybe wide receiver 3 is going to not be such a question here pretty soon.
Definitely. Well, last year and for the past few years, we had a name we could count on for tight end fantasy production out there with Kyle Rudolph. Now, can you introduce us and the world to your new tight end, Irv Smith Jr.?
Yeah, we know he was from Alabama. Looked really good there. Mm-hmm. Hasn't had much chance to play here, but he's, the world is his oyster right now.
Wasn't he a first-round pick too?
He's going to be going average draft position, I think.
Oh no, like in real life, he was the first-round pick, was he not?
No, I think he was a second-round pick.
Yeah, early draft prospect for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, you get good value out of him at 139. He might be getting a lot of targets. I think he can handle a lot of targets. He's getting a lot of video out of training camp. Irv Smith's a guy I would definitely put on your radar.
Definitely. That tight end play from the Vikings have been just, one name for the last bunch of years, and it was the same person that led Santa's sled. Rudolph is no longer around, and there's another familiar name that I've seen on the stats, and that was BB. He's related. How is he related to Don Beebe?
I do believe he's his nephew. Not his son, his nephew. Yeah, you're talking about wide receiver who played for the Buffalo Bills when they went to 4 Super Bowls, and
that's what I wanted to go to, man. Like freaking, I know it's gonna be tough. We in the preseason right now, so we're reaching for content. But what do you remember about Don Beebe? like because
Oh
he was
man,
a big time
okay.
receiver for the
One
Bills.
thing
Let's
I
talk that
remember
shit.
about Don Beebe, which is really funny. He's the guy in all the NFL films, highlights from back in the day. Remember the Buffalo Bills wide receiver who catches the ball, gets flipped up over, and bounces off the top of his head, and the ball goes flying out of his hand?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Don Beebe.
Yep. Yeah.
But he was an integral. He was like the Wes Welker and their modern day Cole, or their early day Cole Beasley they have now. He was one of the first like true like small spot receivers. He was pretty good, and he bounced off the top of the series.
Yeah, man, that was a good trip down memory lane. In a more recent memory, the Packers have won the NFC North the last couple year or 1 year for sure, 2 years. Where are you guys gonna finish? What's going on with the Vikings, man? Gerhard, what should we be expecting from our Vikings? We'll say our, we all here.
Well, it's going to be a Vikings year. I can feel that. I might say that every year. But the Packers are good. Aaron Rodgers is still here. The Bears are a wild card. They can be good too.
Yeah.
We like to count the Lions out. I think they might even be good this year too. It's going to be a tough division for sure. I know you guys know a thing or two about tough division, but
Yeah.
if we can get our defense going, then we compete. Because we've sacked Aaron Rodgers so many times before in games that we get back to that, he can't do anything. That's
Yeah,
what
you,
we.
s- you say that name of Aaron Rodgers, man. Where do you think your quarterback Kirk Cousins ranks amongst the NFC North quarterbacks? And we'll just say for this experiment, Justin Fields is a starter in Chicago. Where does Kirk Cousins rank? Number one, we'd say Aaron Rodgers. Is that fair? And then number two in your division is,
Kirk, yeah, I think
you think
obviously
Kirk?
one is Rodgers. I think right now with what you've seen, Kirk's the second best quarterback. He throws a good ball. His biggest knock is his in pressure in big games,
Mm-hmm.
which is a gross stat. Nobody likes to see that, especially in purple. But Justin Fields isn't totally proven. He's had a pretty nice preseason. He's got a good collegiate career. I'm not sold on him as being an NFL starter yet because we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared Goff also, I mean, everyone might have said he was better than Kirk Cousins a couple of years ago, but it's a system game too, and it can be. And he's in a totally new system now. Kind
He's
of a
got to
dumb.
bite a kneecap off.
Yeah, I was thinking he's
Yeah.
too busy eating kneecaps to eat up the defense. So we're gonna have a problem with Jared Goff this year.
Yeah.
Well,
But that being
hopefully,
said, I do
with
want to
Jared
touch on
Goff's
something.
diet, maybe he could fix that up. What were you gonna say, Minnie?
I do want to. I mean, I thought from the little bit of the Vikes game that I saw, actually, I thought your defense played pretty heads up. There was that
Couple picks.
yeah, there was that pick. It was a decently thrown pass. I think bounced off the receiver's hands. Dude caught it, ran it back for a good gain. You're getting
Our guy
Everson.
got a pick six.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and you're getting Everson Griffin back now. I mean, he was gone for a year with two different teams. I think he knows that system. He knows Zimmer. I think that's going to be huge for you guys. I think your D is going to be all right. Mike Zimmer's defense is always okay. They're always
7 years. His worst record, I think, was 7-9. So he's never had like a bailout season. He's just had a kind of a fringe wild card season, and
yeah,
that's his floor or has been. So
right.
Definitely. Yeah. So we're expecting some good things out of the Vikings this year, and I'm excited to see it happen. They got the staff, you know what I'm saying? They got one of my favorite safeties in the league that I can never remember his name. Like it has to be my favorite receiver. I mean, my
Anthony
favorite safety that I can never remember his name. What's y'all
Harry,
safety name? Harrison or
Yeah,
Garrison?
yeah,
or
Harry the Hitman. There's
Yeah,
that.
man, that boy is bad, man. Yeah, he a fool,
He's
man.
good.
I've always messed with him, and then you guys have had consistent line play to your current roster, all the way going back to Jared Allen. So I always like to see the Vikings do well, and I wish you guys luck this year. We're right on the heels of it, man. It's about to go down, and it's definitely Bronco gang, but it's definitely Skull Nation when you messing with the Beer Bros. Make sure y'all pull up. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah. Let's get this going.